Hey there, it's MommaOG. I'm back with another reaction. Tonight I have a donation request from Kurt. Thank you so much, Kurt. I appreciate it. He's asked me to go ahead and listen to Steven Wilson. The song is called Routine. With his donation, he left a note saying that this was going to blow my mind and I would hate him for it later. So that's kind of got me excited. Now, I had planned on listening to Steven Wilson's solo stuff. I have a long list of suggestions from comments. I wasn't planning to do it quite yet. I was going to wait a little bit before I got a few more Porcupine Tree songs under my belt. But since I got a donation for it, my policy is to go ahead and do those as soon as possible. And Kurt's given me the excuse to start on it now. I'm just going to read the description because there's a quote in here from him. It says, amongst the hundreds of songs I've written over the years, Routine is a very special place. Uh-oh. It's a deeply sad story of loss and denial. But at its conclusion, the clouds lift and there is an acceptance at least. Having worked with her on 3 previous videos, I knew as soon as I wrote it that it was perfect for Jess to do something amazing with. Even with nothing prepared for me, the organic beauty and power of the film she made, a painstaking labor of love that took her months to produce. When we play the song live, I look out to the audience and see people swept away with emotion. Oh gosh. And a combination of music and animation. To find poetry and beauty in sadness is a wonderful thing, I think. This is already making me want to cry just based on that description. Okay, so Jess Hope is the producer of the video. Haven't seen. Okay, so it's like it's an animated thing. I watched a video recently by Calandra where they had a felt character animation video, and I just wondered if it's the same person, but maybe not. I'll have to check that out after I'm done recording. All right, so the statement Kurt made about maybe hating him for it, I think hate's a strong word, but I think I might get emotional. I don't know. I'm just getting this feeling in the pit of my stomach based on this description here. Really quick, like I do with all new artists, I do know a little bit about him based on my Porcupine Tree reactions and the information you guys have given me. I'm just going to do a little bit of reading on his wiki page. Stephen John Wilson, born in 1967. Oh, he's older than I thought he was. Okay, I thought he was definitely younger than me, but maybe just because everything I've seen is recorded a while back. He's an English musician. He is the founder, guitarist, lead vocalist, and songwriter of the rock band Porcupine Tree, as well as being a member of several other bands, including Blackfield, Storm Corrosion, and No Man. He's also a solo artist, having released 8 solo albums since his solo debut, Insurgents, in 2008. In a career spanning more than 30 years, Wilson, that's just crazy. I get dumbfounded. He's been around for 30 years, and I'm only just now hearing about it. Wilson has made music prolifically and earned critical acclaim. His honors include 6 nominations for Grammy Awards, twice with Porcupine Tree, once with his collaborative band Storm Corrosion, and 3 times as a solo artist. In 2017, the Daily Telegraph described him as a resolutely independent artist and probably the most successful British artist you've never heard of. Okay. Wilson is a self-taught composer, producer, audio engineer, guitar and keyboard player, and plays the instruments as needed, including bass guitar, auto harp, hammered dulcimer, and flute. I used to play the flute myself. I have one. I'm in Mike's studio, and we have one here. I need to get reacquainted with it. His influence and work have encompassed a diverse range of genres, including pop, psychedelia, progressive rock, and electronic, among others, shifting his musical direction through his albums. His concerts incorporate quadraphonic sound, equivalent to what is now called 4.0 sound, surround sound, uses 4 audio channels, in which speakers are positioned at the 4 corners of listening space. The system allows for reproduction of the sound signals that are independent of one another. That sounds really cool. And elaborate visuals. He has worked with artists such as Elton John, Guns N' Roses, XTC, Opeth, Pendulum, Yes, King Crimson, Fish, Marillion, Black Sabbath, and Anathema, who I've reacted to on this channel. That's a crazy list of bands that he's worked with. And has built a reputation for his work remixing classic pop and rock records into new stereo 5.1 and Dolby Atmos versions. So he just had an 8th studio album called The Overview released this year in March. Holy moly. I'm definitely going to do some more reading about him, but for now I'm going to go ahead and get started on this video. I had no idea that he did all the audio engineering stuff that said he did. Sounds like this is yet another genius level musician. That's crazy. Okay, I've got my earbuds in. Let's go ahead and get started.
What do I do with all the children's clothes? Such tiny things that still smell of them.
Man.
And the footprints in the hallway hung to my knees. Scrub them away.
We lost some children here, or what?
And how to be of use, make the tea and the soup, all of their favorites, throw them away. And all the school books and the running shoes, washing them clean in the dirty steel sink.
Look at her eyes. Keep the house clean, keep the routine, paintings they made still stuck to the fridge. La da da da, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da, la da da da, That background voice. The way that's moving. hair flute.
Stainless steel log. Keep washing, keep scrubbing long until the dark comes to bruise the sky. Deep in there to love.
Father and two sons killed in school shooting. Okay. Local teacher and his two sons, also students at the school, were killed in a horrific school shooting that took place yesterday, while many were killed in the tragedy. The deaths of the father and children leaves behind a distraught mother who has been unavailable for comment. It looks like there's Latin after that. What's that about? That's interesting. Yeah, that I'll wait till it's over to comment, but
most beautiful morning forever. Like the ones from far off away. With the hum of the bees in the jasmine sway. Don't ever let go. Try to let go.
Don't ever let go. Try to let go.
Don't ever let go. Try to let go. Don't ever.
Hmm. That almost got me. Hmm. Uh, so, in the beginning of that, it was pretty clear immediately that when he spoke about loss, it was the kids. I picked up on the fact that maybe her husband, the father, was gone as well. And then later it was confirmed that they were all shot and killed in a school shooting, which, of course, I don't have to tell anybody is happening more and more as time goes on. Um, First of all, when I hear songs like this, or songs that have deep meaning and emotional meaning, I always put myself in the position of the perspective of whoever wrote the song or the characters they wrote them about. And I mean, I had to kind of try to stop myself from crying because just imagining losing a child, let alone two children and a husband and father, um, I probably would have been ugly crying and had to stop recording. That's kind of what I do when I listen to songs like this is I put myself in the position or try to imagine. And that got a little bit much for me during that. The denial part of this was also blatantly obvious. She's doing everything she did before she lost these people as if they're still around, cooking, making their favorite meals, washing the dishes, folding the clothes, making the beds, picking up the toys. And the first couple of lines are like, what do I do with the clothes? It still smells like them. Um, and then she was smelling her husband's jacket. I mean, I think this is a phenomenon when we lose someone that we've probably, or when we miss someone that we've probably all done. After my father passed away, I still have the clothes that he passed away in. And for, it'll be 2 years in March They don't smell like him anymore, but they did for a while. And also, when I went to Montana a year ago, my mother gave me some of her clothes. She's still with us, but and 79 years old. And so even now I've got them hanging in my closet. And when I put them on, I can smell her. And I have morbid thoughts like, I hope this lasts for as long as possible so that I will always have this scent. It's just that dreaded time of my life where I've lost one parent. I've got two others, my mother and my stepfather, that eventually I'm going to lose. And I try to prepare myself to come to grips with that early as possible, but then it's a double-edged sword doing that because, I know I'm not going to prepare myself for that. And then I spend time before it even happens worrying about it and almost grieving. And they're not gone. So anyway, so the scent, yeah, her eyes in that video were also very telling. There were times where they were dark circles and you could even see she had been crying. And the artist that created this, that's a tribute to her skill in this medium that she does. The animations in that were incredible. When I was reading the description about him thanking her for that and recognizing the amount of time that she put into that production, I kind of can relate to that in a way as far as like video editing and such, because I've done a lot of that on my other channel, making compilations, and those can take me 40 to 80 hours depending on the song that I'm doing. So I completely do those videos on my own from start to finish. I run these two channels myself, so I do all the work, all the production, all the recording, everything. So creative stuff like this appeals to me as well, and I couldn't even begin to imagine trying to make something this amazing visually. So I wanted to fully recognize her talent in the video. It was perfect for what the song represented. And the details. There was even, little beads of water on the dishes that moved around as she was scrubbing them. It was incredible. And then I also am curious with the newspaper. I read part of that article and then it turned into what I think was Latin. Wondering if there's something to that, if you guys could fill me in. And then I noticed when it started to get dark and night came, it seems she had she's going through this routine of where she's lost these most important people in her life and she's just doing everything as she did before, denying. But yet, there's constant reminders everywhere. And then when it got dark and she was doing dishes after dinner, she got very emotional, and it seemed to be kind of a breaking point emotionally for her, which ended with her at the cliff and screaming. And then, like he said in the description, maybe it seemed like she learned to accept it a little bit more than she had. She threw the clothes around the toys, she broke the dishes, she kind of broke some of those routines that she was doing, hence the name of the song. So that was really a cool progression in the song. And then the other thing that stood out was that incredible female vocalist that was in this song with him. There were times when she was doing stuff, she wasn't singing words at all, but just making sound. And that always appeals to me. I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the lyrics. Okay, so I'm going to read the lyrics and then I might read the about. I'm pretty clear what it's about, but what do I do with all the children's clothes? Such tiny things that still smell of them, and the footprints in the hallway onto my knees, scrub them away. And how to be of use. Make the tea and the soup. All of their favorites, throw them away. And all of their school books and their running shoes. Washing them clean, the dirty still sink. So this is when the female comes in. Ninette Tayeb. Routine keeps me in line, helps me pass the time. Concentrates my mind, helps me to sleep. Yeah. that was also evident. Keep making beds and keep the cat fed. Open the windows, let air in. Keep the house clean and keep the routine. Paintings they made still stuck to the fridge. Okay, and then this is, I think, the part I was saying where words weren't being sung, but they had like an ethereal feeling. Mother, I am far from you, left behind a dream of my youth. All these years now gone. Keep cleaning, keep ironing, cooking their meals on the stainless steel hob. Keep washing, keep scrubbing, long until the dark comes to bruise the sky. Deep in debt tonight. Okay, and then it's the chorus again. And then this is where the next day came and it was kind of different. The routine had broken, I think. The most beautiful morning forever, like the ones from far off away, with the hum of the bees in the jasmine sway. In this part, I have been keeping it together throughout the song, and this part really almost broke me. Don't ever let go, try to let go. It's kind of a push and pull thing emotionally. You don't ever forget the ones that you've lost, but you've got to kind of move past the loss itself so you can continue life. Like I described sometimes, having lost my dad almost 2 years ago. My life was one way before that, and then my life was completely different after that, and it'll never be the same. I imagine the same will happen when I lose my mother and my stepfather. You have these situations in life that cut and leave scabs and eventually turn into scars. They mark you forever. Sometimes they change the very essence of who you are. And then you have to decide one day just to keep going. That was incredible. Of course, the music itself was amazing. It was not your traditional structured song, which I love about him and Porcupine Tree. It was definitely telling a story. It's like watching a movie in audio form. It was incredible. I don't know, I'm still feeling kind of like I want to cry a little bit, but it's always hard to listen to emotional songs like this when I've got more videos to record. Sometimes I have to just step away and shake it off and then come back. Kurt, thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to start this journey earlier than I anticipated. I appreciate it. I'm excited about this. I can tell already this is going to be a deep, meaningful path in my life. I just have a gut feeling. Thank you all so much for being here to watch. I will see you next time. You're dancing.